Hello, lovely people. I am curious, have you got internalized ableism? Well, let's have a look at what the signs are. Internalized ableism is absorbing all the self-hate around the world, or all the hate towards different capacities, and taking it on as the perception that you have towards yourself. So let's look at these 7 different ableistic qualities that you might be carrying. So let's go through them and let's see which you have. Number 1, you may not accept that you have autism or ADHD because it's been an insult. Oh, you're so autistic. Oh, you got ADHD. Oh. So you don't want to accept that, because then you might be the sort of person who's scapegoated and bullied by everybody else. So it's far healthier to say, no, I don't. I'm just, struggling with life or whatever it is, because you don't want to admit or own that that's the truth about you. Number 2, do you believe people when they call you antisocial or entitled or lazy or selfish or bad? Do you think that's the truth about you? Or do you feel like, no, they're actually labeling you because it's different to other people? I'm in England, where this sort of passive aggressive, bypassy, smiley, hide what you're feeling and then stab somebody in the back, versus clear, sharing what you think, directness of neurodiversity that's really clear, and share things. Why is that wrong? Why is that bad? It's not at all. It's liberating and freeing and wonderful. Number 3, you feel like you don't belong and you wish you were somebody else. Do you look at other people who have these lovely neurotypical parties where they hang around, but actually you wouldn't enjoy it anyway, because it's a bunch of people speaking about small talk that you've got no interest in? You wouldn't mind the sense of friendship that they have, but it would be as boring as fuck, and you would hate it. I know for myself, if I look at parties or things, I'm like, oh, that would be nice, but I know. But my kids just go and laugh at me every time there's a party. I'm like, oh, do I want to go? Because the thought of being around hello, how are you? Same fucking thing 15 times with people you don't really give a shit about. I'd far rather have one-to-one in depth with somebody that I love than a party where I'm having lots of small talk with people who I don't really enjoy, because they don't have the depth. It's too shallow for me. I like complex and deep and real and raw and vulnerable. You don't get that in a big party. Or it might be like lots of techno music, whatever it might be. For me, that would give me a migraine in 5 minutes. So I know it wouldn't be something that I love. 4, you think you don't deserve compassion from yourself or others, yet you're very empathetic to other people. So you go, no, it's fine about yourself. But then you really care and validate other people's pain. But don't let other people give you that care, because you don't deserve it, because you're bad. That's internalized ableism. Number 5, you do things that you hate, or insist on doing things that neurotypical people do, because you feel that that's what is expected of you as a human being, rather than gearing your life around your special interests or the things that you are hyperfixated on at the time, that bring you dopamine and really fill you alive, no matter how weird, quirky, interesting, unusual, different it is. It doesn't matter what it is, it's yours, and it's something to delight you that you love, instead of doing things that you're going meh to, because you feel that might get you acceptance. Number 6, you won't ask for accommodations or support, or you won't learn tools to support you, because you feel like you should just function like everybody else without support. And this is a culture that we have had programmed into us, that you have to be healthy, happy, successful, in a heterosexual relationship, all these sort of looking good, all these capacities that you might be queer or messy or struggle to function at home. My son and I were talking today, laughing at how, we will have to find a cleaner and be wealthy enough to have a cleaner so that we could do the special interests that we have that are very good at. But the cleaning stuff, oh God, I'm so messy. And that's not going to change. I'm 48. I don't actually give a shit. I can't stand tidying. There are other people who love it. And I would love to be wealthy enough that I could afford to pay for somebody who loves doing it. So they're doing what they love, and I can do what I love. Number 7, your struggles with functioning to yourself you see as wrong rather than allowing your gifts to shine. So just what I was saying of, if you do the things that you're great at, that you love, that your special interests, that you just get focused on, and you do that and earn enough to then be able to have other people do the things that they love doing, then life will be so much easier for you. Instead of comparing yourself to others, you're focusing on the things that you love. So out of those 7, which are you doing to yourself? And are you struggling because you are focused on that? And would you like some support in loving yourself, so you know that being neurospicy is not wrong, not bad. It's beautiful and different and unique. And, I've been watching a lot of dyslexic thinking or autistic thinking or neuro or ADHD thinking. And there are companies who are specifically hiring people who are neurodivergent because they think differently, more spatially. They can see patterns, they can see details, they can see in a different way to neurotypical people. There's one company I was reading about that they deliberately hire neurodivergent people, and their 85% of staff are people who are diagnosed. So because it's an engineering firm, and they say that people who are neurodiverse bring such additions to the world. So if you are thinking like there's so many things like, oh, if you just eat the GAPS diet, you'll get rid of it. That's internalized ableism. Instead of thinking, how is my brain different? How does it impact my thinking so that I can actually bring new capacities and qualities to the world? If you are struggling with that and you are judging yourself for being neurodiverse, tomorrow at like an hour earlier than this, I'm running this, oh no, wrong one. I'm running a Neurospicy support session. If you go to restoring.love/NSM, I'll be going through with my Restore members, looking at different things that impact folk who are neurospicy, like is it trauma or neurodiverse? We'll be looking at rejection sensitivity dysphoria, where you've lived a whole life feeling people don't like you. So when that happens, it's deeply triggering to the smallest slight. And we'll be looking at struggles with executive functioning, so you can understand specifically where you're struggling, and then tools to be able to support you. If you want some support with being neurospicy, come and join us tomorrow. There's the link to sign up. We'd love to see you there. I'm sending you all love. I'm on a mission to go live every day for 30 days, and I have a buddy. So if you don't subscribe to my Restoring Love page, pop along to there. I'll be going live, sharing different things that I am doing this month. Tomorrow is the Neurospicy support session. And then in the next month, we've got coming up, what is it? The first one is toxic childhood recovery training. What are the steps to recovering from a toxic childhood? And then the next one is toxic communication to healthy communication, both in November. So Come and join us in the trainings and stick around. I'll be going live every day for 30 days. Sending love.